You're tuned into the Jabber. Take a look into the garage. It's not a junk pile. I stepped into mine over the weekend, and it's a sign of a life being lived. The kids' bikes are right there, used all the time. The cricket gear, the sports bags, the functional storage. It's all active. But there's a paradox here. Because that active gear takes up the floor. My actual car has been evicted. It sits outside on the driveway. Today we're auditing the driveway eviction. We're looking at why useful, active daily traffic will always squeeze out your biggest long-term assets if you don't build a rigid system to contain it.
It's Jabber time.
When things are useful, we give them a free pass. The kids ride the bikes, so the bikes get to sit where they get dropped. The sports bags are needed for practice, so they occupy the center of the floor. It's the useful gimmick. But step back and look at the asset to liability ratio. You are sacrificing premium, secure structural shelter for a high value asset simply because you haven't engineered a dedicated perimeter for the high frequency items. It's a layout failure. When you don't design specific boundaries, wall mounts, dedicated zones, structural racks, the high traffic reality of a busy life will naturally expand until it consumes the entire room. It doesn't happen with a bang, it happens block by block, bike by bike, until your core asset is locked out in the cold. This is exactly how people run their calendars in 2026. Look at your workday. You aren't filling your hours with useless trash. You're replying to active messages, jumping on quick syncs, sorting out immediate logistical fires. It's all active, valid equipment. But because you haven't built a rigid infrastructure for those minor tasks, they occupy the center of your mental floor. They passively evict your primary asset, your deep focus, your time to build, your time to strategize, your time to scale. That gets pushed out into the driveway of the evening or the weekend. You're letting the high frequency traffic of a normal day crowd out the exact vehicle that is supposed to drive your long-term success. Sovereignty isn't just about throwing away rubbish, it's about building systems to handle the active volume. You don't stop the kids from riding their bikes, and you don't stop the daily emails from coming in. You build the racks. You lift the active gear off the floor and mount it to the perimeter. Organize the active layout from the ground up. Define exactly where the daily traffic lives so it never has the power to compromise your core assets. Stop letting the noise of a busy, active routine crowd out your primary vehicle for progress. Build the infrastructure, clear the floor, and park the car where it belongs. What useful everyday task are you letting sit in the middle of your schedule that's pushing your biggest long-term goal out into the cold? Mount it to the wall. Protect the vehicle. The floor is clear, the vehicle is inside. If you're enjoying the insight from these episodes, make sure to follow the show and subscribe to the Substack for the full breakdown. Love yourself, keep jabbering.
The Jabber, the journal of a middle-aged family man.